Joe Hopkins here, and I'm going to rant today. I'm going out on my bullshit here. AI is ruining music, but is it ruining music, right? Okay, there is AI-produced music. We all know this. We're all aware that it exists, right? Apparently, there is an incredibly popular band called the Velvet Sundown. And I watched a video by Rick Beato, right? If you haven't watched his videos, check him out. He was basically debunking the Velvet Sundown, proving that they are AI, right? And then I watched another video by Rick Beato, who's really good at this stuff. The dude's great musician, great producer. He basically went through these AI prompts and created an artist and then created songs for them. And it sounds and looks pretty convincing. You could market this person, I think he called him Eli Mercer. You could market this person as a legitimate musician, and I think a lot of people would probably buy it. They would believe that this is a legitimate musician. And then I got to realizing, I think a certain amount of the newer musicians on Spotify aren't real. I think the music industry might have figured out how to just invent a musician without actually having to pay anybody. I think a certain amount of the new music, percentage of it, is completely AI, from the artist profile and pictures to the music to the lyrics to everything, right? I think that's happening, and I think it's going to happen a lot more. And as a musician who has spent a lifetime honing my craft, learning to play multiple instruments, writing songs, learning to record and produce them, and as somebody who I think I write pretty good songs and they get nowhere, and I watch this shit take off, I find it a bit offensive, right? I'm not horribly offended at not really tearing up the world with my music. I understand, right? There's a lot of competition out there. It's hard to make money at music, but it is kind of offensive when you see people just making somebody up that doesn't exist, doing everything with AI, putting like zero actual effort into it, doing it all from prompts, and raking it in, really making it big with this crap. It's like, okay, now I am kind of offended. I've worked pretty hard at it, right? The music industry is hard to make it in, but now I got to compete with this shit, right? I'm not happy with AI. Not at all. Now, I've used AI. I've used AI in some of my videos, mostly because I'm not that good at making videos, right? I'm decent at it. I could get better if I had time, but I don't. So mostly I have it generate a picture and then have that picture turned into a video clip and just loop them. It's obviously not real. I'm not trying to fool anybody, right? I just wanted some dancing girls for my song, and I don't have access to dancing girls. So I use AI to do it. But I'm not trying to fool anybody. I'm not pretending like it's high art, right? The other thing is, I think you can use AI in very creative ways. I think you can use AI pictures and videos and then combine them with stuff you're doing. I've done that too. One of my music videos, I took some pictures that my kid drew, and I couldn't get her to animate them. She can. She's a good animator, but she wouldn't do it because she just wanted to do other things and didn't want to help me out. So whatever, I had AI make the pictures move. It would have been better if she'd done it, but yeah, we all use effects. We use things in our creative process. This isn't a creative process they're doing, though. They're just outright making this, you know. I've seen other artists do like I do, where they use AI to just make some kind of visual thing to go along with the song. Because you made a song and you need a video, something that kind of just holds the person's attention a little bit. Like those visualizers, you know? That's fine. You're using it to accent your actual art. Okay. or people that I've seen, you take AI generated pictures and combine them and do things with them, and you're doing something with it. It's a creative process. But when it's just a prompt, you're just making a prompt, create this picture of a person, then create these particular lyrics, then make a song for the lyrics that AI created, and AI is making the song, and the whole process from beginning to end is just AI. And we're going to run into it more and more. But did AI really ruin music, right? The AI music I'm hearing is incredibly formulaic. Incredibly formulaic. The lyrics are like meh at best. The music is just your standard formula. Why is it the standard formula? It's because we've already proven that you can write shit. You can write shit lyrics, put it to the same chord progression you've used 1,000 times before with the same production, the same instruments, the same everything over and over and over again, and people keep buying it. We've proven that over the last 20 years of having songs with like 20 songwriters on them and the same production and the same chord progressions and the same everything. It's the same song over and over and over again, and it works. At the record companies, I guess they got tired of dealing with artists who can be unreliable and finicky and you have to pay them and things like that, and they just decided to just take a handful of songwriters, right? Have them do the same song over and over again, and then pick some attractive person to put their face on it and to actually tour and sing it, and there, boom, you've got a thing, right? We've already done this because Max Martin is basically just a human precursor to what AI is doing, right? All of these various professional songwriters, we've been doing it for a while. So is AI ruining music, or did we already ruin it by just allowing ourselves to drone out to top 40 bullshit for the last 20 years where it's the same song over and over and over again? I'm looking at you, Nashville. Y'all are particularly bad for that kind of crap. And there are some really good artists out there that write their own music and do their own thing, and a couple of them even make it big at some point, but the bulk of what's on top 40 is shit. It's formulaic shit, and we've set it up for AI to be able to just have the computer rips off the formula we've already done. People bitch about AI, right? AI is only ripping off the same formula that we've already been enjoying on top 40 music. Society's decided this is what they want to listen to. Is it really society, though? I think the record companies kind of dictate what gets put out there, and we're dumb enough to just buy into whatever is marketed effectively to us. And now they're marketing AI effectively to us. Like the Velvet Sundown, who apparently is AI. All of it's AI. I hadn't even heard of them till I saw the Rick Beato video on it, and I checked it out. And it's even for AI, it's very, very thin line, very close to ripping off blatantly other artists. So, you know, that's what AI is doing anyway, though. It learns from other artists and then rips them off. And it's one thing when us musicians do it. We rip off everybody. I mean, come on, there really isn't anything new under the sun. Whatever you do, you're ripping somebody off, but we're using it in our own way. We take something from here, and we take something from there, and we try to use it creatively, and everybody does the 12-bar blues at some point. Everybody uses the, similar chord progressions and ideas, but we're taking something and expanding on it, and for the most part, like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. The chord progression that you rip off from somebody, they ripped off from somebody who also ripped it off from somebody. It all started somewhere, and it wasn't any time recently. But with AI, it's just literally, it's a computer doing it. It's a fucking computer. And the songs aren't even really that good. They just sound like everything else on the radio. And as long as it sounds like everything else, we'll buy it, right? That's what the record companies think, and they're right. We've already proven it. The same guy can write the same song 100 times in a row and just give it to different artists, and it's a hit every time. Whether it's Taylor Swift singing it or Katy Perry or, just name somebody. And, Sabrina Carpenter, put it in a different mouth. Now it's a new hit. It's a new song, new person singing it. You just change the lyrics around a little bit, right? Yeah. AI didn't ruin music. Music was already ruined. And I got a sneaking suspicion that this is the record companies doing this. Because I'm pretty sure if I made up a bunch of AI music, just like the shit that's blowing up right now, I don't think it would blow up for me. I think it's being pushed. It's got a little push behind it by people who have the arm to push. That's the record companies. That's the streaming services. I'm pretty sure Spotify doesn't want to ban AI music because I bet you 3/4 of the AI music on Spotify is made by Spotify. How much you want to bet? So, tell me what you think in the comments. Personally, I got sick of the formula when it was human beings doing the formula. That was annoying then. I think it's worse now because it's not even a person doing it. I think this is an insult to our intelligence. And I think maybe as a collective society, our intelligence is worth insulting because we allowed the formula to exist. We allowed people to just write the same songs over and over again, and we're cool with it. We're not only cool with it, we seem to like it. Not me. Society, the collective we. Unfortunately, I'm included in the we. So are you. Whether you like it or not, we're all part of the we, right? We have decided we're cool with this a long time ago. And then we seem to be okay with the new iteration where it isn't even a person doing it. Makes you want to drink. Yeah. I'm just drinking because it's my day off. I'm having a beer. Damn it. There we go. So yeah, personally, I'm a little tired of it. Personally, I'm not happy with computers doing this crap. I'm not happy with the fact that I actually put a lot of effort into my music. And like I said, I don't really expect it to blow up. I don't have anybody promoting it other than me. I'm not that good a promoter, so I don't really expect much. But I do expect to be, to do better than a fucking program. That offends me. I'm offended. I'm not the only one who's offended, My kid is an artist. She draws, she does animation, she does paintings, she does that kind of stuff. She's really pissed off about AI because AI stuff does well, and people can't seem to tell the difference. People in general, they like it. She's like, how can they not tell the difference between something that's made by AI and an actual drawing? And I got to tell her, I don't know. She uses the digital art programs with like digital effects and stuff like that, but the difference between the human touch and a computer, and nobody can tell the damn difference. What does that say about us? What does it say about us as a society? AI has hurt my wife's work. She's a writer, a professional writer. And she's actually been more damaged by anti-AI than AI, because AI detectors, a lot of people want to prove it's human, they use AI detectors that aren't very good. They keep flagging her as AI, and she's not. And she can't make money at it anymore because you can't make a living having to write the same article 3 or 4 times over because it keeps flagging you. So our AI detection isn't very good, right? The computers that are supposed to tell if a computer wrote it can't tell if a computer wrote it. So how are we supposed to tell if music was made by a person or not? Are the programs for music better than the ones for writing? I mean, anymore, it's just a question. Did somebody write this or not? I think a lot of times just listen to it, and if it sounds formulaic and bullshit, either it was done by AI or it was done by somebody who does formulaic bullshit, and maybe we should want something a little bit better. But we don't. like I said, what does that say about us? Anyway, that was my rant. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.